Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. I hope you are all fine and having a good time at home. Now it's time to learn English. I welcome you all in the AppSex online support program round 2 week 5 and I'm your teacher Miss Ovia Fiaz. The topics of this week's lecture are the comprehension passages and then grammar. Then we will have letter writing and in the end we will do some applications. As you know that unseen comprehension is a part of your paper. These comprehensions are given on your books of grammar. For the practice they have given you some exercises along with their answers. Comprehension actually is a paragraph with a few questions in the end. The questions can be 5 or 6 or more. The answer of these questions are given in the paragraph. What you have to do is you read the paragraph and then you answer the questions that are given in the end. You can answer those questions in your own words. If you find the right answer in the paragraph, then you can write it as it is right from the paragraph. You have to do exercise 1 and exercise 2 as you can see the image. These two exercises on your loose sheets. Now we will move on to the grammar portion. Your today's topics are pronouns. What are pronouns? Pronouns are the words used in place of nouns or noun equivalents. Their use help us to avoid repetition of nouns and make sentences shorter. Without their use, the language would be lengthy, repetitious and awkward. For example, we say Ali is a good boy. We are writing a paragraph about Ali. We will not mention his name again and again, Ali this and Ali that. We will write his name only in the first line. And then we will start using pronouns. For example, he is a pronoun. Ali is my best friend. He lives near my house. He is an intelligent student. He works very hard. His parents are very nice. Now you see the word his is also a pronoun. So all the words that are replacing nouns are called pronouns. There are different types of pronouns. First type is personal pronouns. In personal pronouns, we have I, we, you, they, he, she, it, etc. These are the personal pronouns. Demonstrative pronouns like this, that and those. Interrogative pronouns like who, whom, whose, which, that. Possessive pronouns, for example, mine, ours, yours, his, hers and theirs. Then there are reflexive pronouns like myself, herself, ourselves, themselves. Then we have relative pronouns like who, like whom, whatever. Then there are indefinite pronouns like each, some, few, many and others. Boys, don't get confused between interrogative pronouns and relative pronouns. It is based on the use of these words. For example, the sentence is who are you? In this sentence, the word who is an interrogative pronoun. But in another sentence, when we write this is the girl who stood first in the class. Now, in this sentence, the word who is used as a relative pronoun. So we can say that actually the position of the word or the use of the word matters and it changes the position of the word. Remember boys that in your 10th class, in your board paper, direct and indirect are also included. Direct and indirect are also called narration. I hope you have done these direct and indirect in your previous classes, but in class 10th you will have to do them more deeply so that you can understand the basic rules of direct and indirect. Types of speech. There are mainly two types of speech: direct speech and indirect speech. Now, which is the direct speech? Direct speech is the form of speech where you can convey the exact statement of a person in his own words. For example, he said to me, "You are not ill." I will say to teacher, "I have remembered the lesson." Remember, when there are inverted commas or these quotation marks, it means that you are quoting the same words of the speaker. You are not making any changes in these words. Now, as far as the direct sentence is concerned, it has two parts. The first part is known as reporting speech, and the second part is known as reported speech. The first part is, I said to him, "I am unwell today." Now, the part I said to him is known as reporting speech, and the part that says I am unwell today is known as the reported speech. Gregory said, "I am feeling hungry." And this also, Gregory said, is the reporting speech, and "I am feeling hungry" is the reported speech. Now we'll move on to the indirect speech. Indirect speech is a form of speech where a person conveys his experience of some specific event, situation, or refers to a person in his own words. It is written without quotation marks. For example, "He told me that I was not ill." I will tell teacher that I have remembered the lesson. Now you see there are a few changes that we have made, and the speaker is not using the same words. He is actually changing them and using his own words. So this is known as the indirect speech. Whenever we are changing a speech of direct into indirect speech, we make a few changes. There are a lot of changes, but in the beginning lesson, we will read about these 4 basic changes that we make. In indirect speech, comma will be replaced with to, if, that, etc. There will be no commas in the indirect speech. The reported speech will not be covered in inverted commas or quotation marks because words are not exactly as quoted. So again, there will be no commas, no quotation marks. Reporting verb, for example, said, will be replaced with told, commanded, ordered, advised, replied, admitted, inquired, or insisted, or as according to the statement we can change it. Then please note that reporting verb is a verb used in reporting speech for direct speech. First person pronoun is converted into third person pronoun. Then there are a few changes of tenses that we make. We will study. And then there are different types of direct and indirect speech. We will also study about them in our next lectures. Now there are a few sentences that you will have to change these direct speech sentences into indirect. There won't be a lot of changes to be made in this. You will have to omit the quotation marks and you will have to correct some punctuation in this. You have to change it into one indirect speech. It's your homework. Now we'll move on to the second part, that is the letter writing. There are 2 types of letter, formal letters and informal letters. You have done the informal letters in your class 9th. The letters that are written to your relatives, your friends, your parents, those type of letters are known as informal letters. And while I was teaching you in class 9th, I have given you a detailed information about formal and informal letters. I hope you all remember that. In class 10th, you have formal letters in your paper. What are the parts of the letter? Number 1 is sender's address with date of writing, salutation or greeting, for example, "Dear Sir." Body of the letter with purpose of writing, subscription or the close of letter, for example, "Yours truly." Address of a person to whom the letter is sent. Here is your pattern of a letter. On your left hand side, you write examination hall. city ABC, and then you write the date. On your left hand side you write the editor, Jung News Rawalpindi, and then you write the subject that is already given in your topic, cell phone addiction among teenagers, dear sir. Then there is the body of the letter, and then in the end on the left side again you will write thanks and yours truly. Then there are applications also. 4 or 5 applications are given in your grammar book. Those applications are included in your board paper. There is a choice between the letter and application in your paper, so you have to do both of them. I will teach you both, and then in your paper you can write whichever seems easy to you. You can see the pattern of the letter, and now you will see the pattern of the application. On the left hand side you will write the principal, the name of the school, then the subject. The subject is again given in the topic. Then you will write sir or ma'am, put a comma, and from the next line you will start your application. This application is also given in your grammar book. Then again on the left hand side you will write yours obediently, comma, XYZ, class, and then date. I hope you have understood. If there is any problem you can ask me in your query day. You can inbox me your questions. I will reply your questions, and I hope that all of you have understood. Thank you and have a good day.